And hey, everybody, this is Richard, and I am coming to you live from Brooklyn, New York, with a noisy heating system in the background that I have no control over. So I apologize that if you hear clicks and clacks in the background, it is our building deciding it needs to be warmer. And I unfortunately cannot do much to turn it down or turn it off. So apologies for that. We are here to do sort of another character creation preview, our second one, focusing on a couple of different playbooks than the ones we saw last night. Last night, we took a look at the Ward, the Spy, and the Ward, the Spy, and I was there. You'd think I would have this.
The Revenant.
The Revenant, thank you. All of which will be custom classes for Barrow Keep, in addition to being custom playbooks. So that will add some new character classes and archetype abilities to D&D BX Old School Essentials, our core system, and then our other core systems, Sharp Swords and Sinister Spells. Tonight, we're looking at a playbook that is designed to work with one of the classes that's already in both Sharp Swords and Sinister Spells and D&D BX / Old School Essentials. That is the Wielder. The Wielder is a fighter, or in Sharp Swords and Sinister Spells, a warrior who has, through dreams and portents, found a magic sword. And Maria will be bringing you the Wielder tonight. And the other one will be a custom class, and we'll talk a little bit more about that after we've talked about the character. Will be played by, or be kind of brought to you, the character creation process will be brought to you by Bethany, who the playbook is called The Hostage, and the character class is called The Beastbounded. And let me pull up agenda. This is for the Barrow Keep Kickstarter. And I'm going to mute myself in just a second so other people can talk and the heating system can stop being so opinionated. You can see a link to the Barrow Keep Kickstarter right here on the page. We'll also try to embed it in the show notes. It's running for 7 more days as part of Kickstarter's Zine Quest, and is a kind of romance and intrigue setting for old school role play. I am joined, as I mentioned before, by Bethany and Maria, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting with Bethany.
Hi, I'm Bethany. Is there anything specific you wanted us to say?
Just your name. We know that both of you play tested this before. Maria has, as I mentioned last night, been play testing since the beginning days, and Bethany was in the last one. Just anything you would like to introduce yourself with?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Bethany. I have played this before, but I have not played this character or this playbook. So this is new and interesting, and looking at it makes me want to try this playbook. This is really cool.
Awesome. And Maria.
Hi, I'm Maria. Watch last night's video if you want more information about me. But in any case, I will be bringing you the Wielder, which I have played before. So there's that.
The Wielder was created, I think, specifically to speak to Maria's favorite things about Barrow Keep after various iterations and systems. And it was definitely a class that I know that Maria has sort of nurtured through the playtest process. I know that that others have been drawn to it, but I don't think anyone has ever loved it the way Maria has loved the Wielder. So we're going to see how it holds up to Maria's expectations tonight. Let us really briefly talk about, we also did the Keep creation process and determined that there are 3 main NPCs in the Keep. Those are the Archon of the Keep. The Archon is our title of the person who sort of manages or rules the Keep. Is Iburo. Iburo uses he/him pronouns and is a former priest of the realm before becoming the Archon. The Archon in Barrow Keep, in every game of Barrow Keep, the Archon is new in the sense that they have no family connection to the previous rulers of Barrow Keep. They have been appointed to take over the keep after the last family died without an heir. And they are still referred to as the new Archon, even though they have been the Archon for almost 20 years. In this case, Barrow, he came from the priesthood, has been close to 20 years as Archon, and is as recently married or remarried a new consort, Sinan. Also uses he, him pronouns. Sinan is the official spouse and consort of the keep. He is a former military officer. He is fairly young. And several of the playbooks have close ties to the consort, and those would be the person that Sinan, or those would be the PCs that Sinan is tied to. But Sinan the consort is always a very new consort, less than a year in the role. And then finally, Riff uses they, them pronouns, is an ambitious, what I call the ambitious heir. Ambitious, generous, really ready to step up to increasing responsibilities and take over the role. They are a Barrow's child and descendant, and ready to kind of step into the role as heir. So that's a little bit about the keep. And what I would like to do now is snake backwards and talk to someone else related to the Archon, the Wielder. Last night we had several playbooks related to the consort. And tonight we have our first playbook related to the Wielder, which is the Wielder. And so, Maria, why don't you introduce us to the character that you created with the Wielder playbook? And if you'll give me just 1 second, I'm going to put the Wielder playbook up on screen. And give me 1 second. To pull that up. All right. And I will also navigate as you talk through. So let me increase the size maybe a little bit. Does that increase the size?
Yes.
Okay. So Maria, in your own words, kind of talk us about what the Wielder's playbook is all about. You don't have to read the intro paragraph; people will be able to see it. But sort of what is the Wielder about, and what decisions or roles did you make as you went through?
So the Wielder playbook is the Archon's child, but like not necessarily the heir. They're definitely not the heir. And it's strange because they found this sword that is magic, but they're keeping that a secret. For like at least a year, they've had this sword that speaks to them and that gives them a boon, but they're tied to the sword in a detrimental manner as well. So my wielder's name is Casa, she, her pronouns. Her descriptor is sulking and proud, and her eyes are lost. I rolled 5 on the first table, which is vindictive. I do not forgive or forgive or forgive or forget. And before I continue, each playbook has there's the stats, and then in Beyond the Wall, each role gives you a bonus to each stat as you continue making the character. So the first bonus is +2 strength and +2 dexterity. Then when it first called to me, the sword promised me in my dreams prestige. I rolled a 3 on that. So it promised me fame and glory. And moving forward, I get to name the young scholar in the library with whom I've studied and what they have taught me. Are they an unlikely friend, secret paramour, or discreet tutor? and I rolled a 2, which gave me life and anatomy. The landing blow does not matter if you cannot get into position to strike. So, and I think this would be a tutor named Netakari, they them pronouns. I think they were like a trainer, sword trainer, in addition to being a scholar. Next up is what is the nature of the blade I've discovered? And I rolled a 6, which gives me a flying blade. It is controlled by telepathy, but if it's lost, I have to test a save versus a spell, or I have to spend all my effort trying to look for the sword. And while me and my friend explored the abandoned Easter Tower this morning before dawn, what did we see? Why haven't we spoken to anyone about it yet? And I rolled a 1. A shadowy figure of a person with some strange mechanism expanding wings and took flight off the turrets. The guards did not react. And the friend to my right is my only friend right now, who is Bethany's character. And I think we did not react, or we did not tell anyone about it yet, because at least Casa isn't so sure about the Archon's plans, since she's not the heir. So she's like, oh hey, it must be some crazy stuff they're getting into right now, testing some new weapons or something. So, and my friend would gain +2 wisdom in addition to me getting +2 wisdom. As a fighter, I rolled AC and HP, or not rolled AC, but I have AC, HP, and all that stuff like another NABX character. I rolled my age. My character is 19 years old. And like I said, the descriptor is sulking proud. Eyes are lost. So I think Casa is an edgelord, to say the least. And yeah.
I can't imagine that being one of your characters. All right. Bethany, why don't you introduce your character, the hostage?
Yeah, I'm playing Rakeen. I assume that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. The hostage, who is emo as hell. So this is going to be a real interesting pair. He uses he, him pronouns. He is 18. I rolled that. And descriptive. He is romantic and fierce, with nervous eyes. The hostage playbook is, as someone whose family has fought a shadow war with Barrow Keep and lost, and he's here to make sure that they don't try it again. And his aunt kind of chose him to send here because he has this sort of creepy connection with animals, and she was suspicious of that and creeped out by it. So, hey, let's just get this kid out of here. Take him. For the tables, I roll. Let's see. The first one, since coming to Barrow Keep, what have people said of you? I rolled a 5. So I'm scrappy and get into many fights. When you left your family's territory, what was it known for? Yeah, my family's territory was a 6. Universities. They tax tuition. That's where they get their wealth. And someone in the keep lost a family member to my family. And that is I wrote it down. That is Delia, the musician, who sings songs about how much she hates my family and what horrible villains they are. And the other, the end of that is, who and why do you want this person's good opinion? Well, you know what? Everybody loves Delia because she's just a very charismatic, likable person. So it's really easy for her to sway people's opinions. And right now she's swaying opinions against me, which is not great. I don't so much care about her opinion, but I care that she's affecting everyone else's opinion. So I would like to get on her good side. You've always been close with animals, which your aunt found disturbing. She tried to separate you from your beast companion, but it followed you to Barrow Keep anyway. And I rolled a 2. So my beast companion is a fox, which gives me 2 dex and 2 int. I should have probably gone over those with the other ones. And I went out riding with a friend, my only friend, Maria's character, apparently, and found this fox whose name is Ember, which seems appropriately emo. Just stalking me through the woods. So she found me again. And the last question says, you and your friend on the right, it's only one person, so discovered an assassination attempt against the heir of Barrow Keep. What happened and what evidence did you see of your aunt's involvement? I rolled a 4. So while riding with the heir and your friend, you saw a hidden assassin aim a plasma rifle. How did you, your beast companion, and I assume that's and your friend, save the heir's life? That is an excellent question. I think that probably my beast companion is a fox. They're pretty sneaky. Sneaked up on this assassin and like bit them to distract them, and then us 2 humans just tackled him and stole his rifle. My aunt's involvement. This rifle looks a lot like the ones that are made in not near in a nearby territory to my family's, and that we have a room stocked with these, and they're all very similar. So there might be more out there, but this looks very much like one of those.
Very nice. All right. So instead of talking a little bit about the Beast Bonded as a character class, the Beast Bonded kind of taps into sort of the advanced fantasy options that Old School Essentials published with their last Kickstarter. The Old School Essentials Druid is kind of the base of the class, and it's going to progress a little bit more like the cleric. It's going to start with a beast companion and some kind of basic drawing animals to you abilities at first level that are not spells, and proceed into something resembling the druid spell list beginning at second level using a cleric style progression. So that is how that kind of custom character class will work. Looking over at our kind of quick agenda. And this is going so much faster than last night. You guys are going to be out of here so fast. Because we introduced 2 characters. There's not. I think everybody saw the update that I posted earlier tonight. We are a little bit closer to that. That was a kind of one of our. Every Kickstarter begins to hit a lag after the first week, and we are kind of in our lag-in days where we're only proceeding like a $50 or $60 a day, and we're counting on that kind of picking back up. We still have some really awesome stretch goals, including printed home paper minis and a fantastic map pack coming from illustrator Bill Roundy and the amazing Abigail Lalonde, who is a fantastic cartographer. We're really pleased to have her at a con I ran recently. So that's upcoming stretch goals. And we are also looking at some social media and follower goals that will expand the number of systems we're supporting. And I know we have supporters who have been looking at some sort of possibility for, if we push beyond our current stretch goals and grow even bigger, we might even look at some possible 5e support. That's a little more intricate to do. But I think as people have pointed out, 5e is a well-known system, and it would certainly be great to be able to support that as well. So we're really looking forward to kind of pushing past our 5,000, our 4,250 and 5,000 goal. We're just a few $100s away from the 4,250 goal, and kind of pushing past that. So that's kind of where we stand with our stretch goals right now. And I think that is all on our agenda for tonight. I've already sort of put my contact information on the Kickstarter page, but Bethany, where can people find you online? And I will type it in.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Bethany Harvey, and I'm also on itch.io at Bethany Harvey. If you like games about weird little towns, sad space monkeys, and bears that seem to end up in every game I write.
And I am on Twitter and itch as well. My handle on both is Thuban. It is spelled THOOBN. And I write sporadically. So, but you can hit me up on either. So, yeah.
And Maria is a stretch goal writer who funded in the first few days of the Kickstarter. So I think Sunday or Monday night is when we kind of passed that $3,000 goal and got Maria added. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for taking a look at these two kind of playbooks. And I am looking forward to hearing more from you if you have questions or feedback, and getting to talk to you a little bit more on the Kickstarter page. I will see you all later.